It's been a minute since we've done one of these things. Let's see if I remember how. First off, how you doing? Second, it's the 4th day in a row we've seen some snow. We're still dealing with that big old nor'easter, you know, the one that dumped over 2 feet of snow in New Jersey. In fact, it snowed for over 48 hours straight in New Jersey. Started around 11 a.m. on Sunday and lasted all the way through Tuesday. And for us here locally, it gave us a bit of a winter treat in the sense that we pretty much experienced all the forms of winter precipitation. Of course, snow, sleet, freezing rain, and graupel. The season of winter brings the most variety to precipitation. All depends on where the warm and cold air are and how they layer over each other in the atmosphere. What better way to explain it than with coffee? Start with the easy one. Rain is just a warm cup of coffee. The air from the surface all the way to the upper levels of the atmosphere is above freezing. Now for sleet, let's make a cappuccino. The precipitation starts as rain and then enters a deep layer of freezing air. The raindrops then freeze right on over to ice, make it all the way down to the surface. This one is a little tricky. I'm not really sure what to call this cup of coffee, but freezing rain is when there's a very shallow layer of freezing air below a deep layer of warm air. So the precipitation falls as rain, and then when it enters that cold air, then freezes when it comes in contact with things on the ground. And how about graupel? Graupel. This is probably the most mistaken form of precipitation because it looks essentially like hail. But all you really have to do is check the calendar. If you think you're seeing hail out the window and then you go, wait a second, it's January? It's graupel. Graupel is specifically a winter precipitation, whereas hail is due to the convective activity in a thunderstorm. What happens is there's a shallow layer of warm air in between cold air. It's the melting layer. So snow falls, melts a little bit, and then refreezes. So it's like a little ice pellet. Layer of ice, and then on the inside is the fluffy snow. I used to think of them as Dippin' Dots. Remember Dippin' Dots? Weird. Ice cream of the future, right? And then last, of course, is snow. We could just use a big old glass of milk. The air from the surface all the way through the upper levels, below freezing. Usually much better with a double stuffed Oreo. No matter what's falling, rain, freezing rain, sleet, graupel, snow, that cup of coffee usually tastes a whole lot better. Salud.